Hey there, Dr. Charlie here, and I have a secret for you. The secret of the 21st century person. But first, let's take 3 deep breaths together and find ourselves coming together and connecting and collecting. Breathe in and maybe be audible if you can be on your breathe out, on your exhale. Breathe in. Same thing. Can you give me a sigh? One more time, breathe all the way in, fill up your belly, and sigh with me. Now for my secret. The secret of a 21st century person is the ability to change the narrative when you get new information. What does that mean? It means that I can speak from my own experience on times where this has greatly shifted and healed me because I got new information. Like most humans, I get stuck on a story and I have a certain way that I've been telling this story, sometimes out loud, sometimes just to myself, usually some combination thereof. And it usually involves some other person, and maybe that person done did me wrong. And eventually, I get new information. Sometimes new information arises, sometimes it's revealed, sometimes it simply becomes known to me. And it might be someone else's perspective, it might be finding something that, I had lost and had accused somebody of taking. When new information shows up, are you able to update your narrative? When the story no longer suits your usually victim version of that, at least in my case, um, are you able to shift? Are you able to say, maybe I didn't have that right. Maybe I didn't have that as right as I thought I did. Maybe it simply wasn't true because I never had the new information. And many of the situations that come up in my own head are about my family members, and some version of the story that I was telling. It works in all directions, of course. If the last time you saw somebody you were 16, they probably still think of you as 16 or 12, like one of my other mothers. And that's not even the last time I saw her, but that's when we met. Um, Talked to her recently, and we were talking about something, and she has grandbabies now, and I was like, yes, remember that I'm 2 years older than your eldest child. But we met when I was 12. So you're thinking of 12, maybe 16-year-old me. And that doesn't fit with the narrative I'm telling you now. So it absolutely works in all directions. And it's not only for negative things, it's certainly for positive things. And I'll change that. It's not only for displeasing things, it's also for things, for happy things and joyous things. And figuring out how to update your narrative in the Black community, in the African American community, Black American community. Um, we often will refer to people who are, they're such good friends that we consider them family. For women, I have several little sisters who aren't blood related to me, but it's an acceptable term. And one of them was in my phone as little somebody because, of course, there was somebody else who was my age who was the big of that person. And at some point, as adults, she, I don't know, saw my phone. I don't know how it happened, but she said, "I'm not little anymore." You right, little sister. You right. So I updated her name so that it now just says her name and not little somebody. Can you update your story? Can you take in new perspectives and allow them to shift and change you? One of the ideas underlying transpersonal psychology is that perception is fluid, reality is fluid based on our perception. It's called constructivist, where based on my own experiences, I'm creating my own reality. And we're all doing that at individual and collective levels. And updating, though, can you update with new information? Can you say, maybe this wasn't the way that I've been telling the story about it? Maybe this wasn't the way my narrative goes. And I found that when I've done that, it has been overwhelmingly healing. Um, that it allowed me to let go of let go of this old, ill-fitting, harm, hurt, victim narrative, and allowed me to open up to the possibility of something new coming along. Another secret of maybe the 21st century person: if you have small cuts, like on your hand, I have a cut on my hand. I think it's a paper cut from cardboard. But it's right at the joint of my finger. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a couple of pieces of minced garlic and put it underneath the band-aid. Another secret is that the old ways will become new and relevant again. Of the way we commune with each other, of the way we find maybe joy, the way we heal, the way we sing, the way we dance, the way we collective. All right, y'all, that seems like a good stopping point for today. It is always my great honor and distinguished pleasure to spend and share this time and space with you. Until we meet again, I am Dr. Charli. Take great care.